see in the past few years, there are a lot of uncertainties that we are seeing than before. And why is that happening? So there were so many things that is going on around which we might not have seen, whether it is in relationships, whether it is in nature, whether it is within ourselves. So there is this law of entropy, and the law of entropy says things move from order to disorder unless there is an external force. Order to disorder, new to old. Something will move from new to the old without any external force. For something to become old to new, it needs force. And something clean to dirty. Our house is clean. We never say that I want to go home today and make my house dirty. No, there's no effort needed for it to become dirty. It automatically happens, but the effort is needed to make it clean again, to clean the house again. So things go from order to disorder unless there is an external force. So a battery gets discharged automatically whether we use the phone or not. When we are using, it gets discharged faster. If we are not using, it just takes a little longer to get discharged, but it automatically gets discharged. But to charge it, it needs effort. That external force is required. So similarly, now the world has moved from new to the old. The house, as though it has become very old. You touch a little bit somewhere, everything falls apart. You trigger a little emotion in somebody, they explode, right? So everybody is being discharged. So we have become so tired, we cannot handle things. So that is how there's so much uncertainty. And that is why this is also the time that we need to charge ourselves to make old to new. And it takes that external force, that effort to make everything new again. And that starts from ourselves, from charging ourselves by connecting to the Supreme Soul, God, the Father. So let's end with this beautiful story of a mother and a son. There was a mother sitting on the sofa. She's doing embroidery. And the son comes running and sits at her feet down. And when he looks up, he can only see the backside of the embroidery. And he looks at the embroidery and then he says that, it looks so ugly. There are some bright threads going between dark threads, and there are some dark threads going in between bright threads. And it looks very ugly. So the mother tells, okay, that is okay. You go to play now, and I will finish the embroidery work soon. I finish what I'm doing very soon by the time you come back, and I will show you how it looks from the other side. And the boy goes out to play, and the mother finishes the embroidery, and he calls the boy and he puts the boy in her lap, and he shows the embroidery to the boy on the other side. And the boy becomes so surprised looking at that beautiful embroidery. And the mother then says, so when you were seeing, you were looking on the other side, but on this side, from where I was looking, I had a plan, I had a blueprint, and I was just following that blueprint. But you couldn't see that from the other side, so you thought it is not beautiful. But I always had a plan and I was just following that. So similarly, God also always has a plan. she says. And the boy grows. So whenever he goes through difficult times after something nice, he always reminded himself that God is creating something beautiful. He has a plan. So God indeed has a plan. He indeed is creating something very beautiful. We might not be able to see when we are going through, but He is creating something very, very beautiful. And to know His plan, I would like to invite you all to do Raj Yoga course. We understand His plan and what He is doing and what is the importance of time. If you have not done Raj Yoga course, you can. I would invite you to do the course, and if any of your friends and relatives have not done, there will be a Raj Yoga course that will be starting very soon. It will be very beneficial to understand and to just reiterate the benefits and what we learn in Raj Yoga meditation with respect to uncertainty. So we get a lot of clarity when we meditate, when we understand the knowledge and when we see the bigger picture. And it helps to remove that unnecessary chatter that don't serve us. And we also get power. So whenever there's a situation, we need that power to face, and we get that power when we sit connected to the Supreme and charge ourselves. And it helps us to bring perspective into any situation that is happening. So let's meditate.